Little progress video. Got the outlet in, need to clean that wall behind there. And also up under here, you see I got that outlet in. We'll focus. There we go. Got that outlet in back there. Got them hot and tested out. See, we got power. Just plug that up. So just so you know beforehand, this outlet was there. This one was not. So what I did was I opened that up, traced it down, cut a hole, and then I ran an extra Romex from up there to down here and put that outlet in. I also upgraded this outlet to GFCI. It was not GFCI, it was a POS. So now we over here. And this is I already took the front section out of the cabinet, but I'm about to cut this cabinet out for the dishwasher. These lines are where my cut is that's the space that I need for the dishwasher. This is the space that I need for the dishwasher. So I'm gonna have this much space. Is about, I don't know, it's about a foot, and I don't know if I'm gonna just make an open shelf or I'm not sure what I'm gonna do right there, but I did not get a nice clean, box, a single box that I could cut out. So I'm gonna have to get kind of creative over here to the left side of this, but all of this to the right side is just gonna be empty. I'm gonna cut out the floor. I'm gonna cut all of this out, boom, and then I'll just slide the dishwasher right in there, bam. And I haven't gotten into and then and then I'm gonna run the cord through here, plug it in to the dishwasher, and then I got to deal with the plumbing. All right, so here's my receipt. This is what they just tried to give me. It's a very extremely damaged Maytag dishwasher. When they brought it out, I was like, hey, it looks like there's some damage here. He was nice enough to let me open it up. And inside, it is completely, can't really see that well. It's completely smashed, damaged. There we go. Bam. All right. It's the next day. Pardon the mess on top of the counter. But I got this hole cut out for the plumbing. As I mentioned, I went all the way down to the floor. I cut at that second line. I went ahead and did it. The washer cost for 24 inches. I went ahead and cut it at 24.5 inches, just to give myself some extra room to work with. I went ahead and cut everything flush with this line, so you see that kickboard, I think it's called. All of this is just flush right on this line, so I didn't do any sort of vertical rip cut or anything on that. This, as I mentioned, I cut off at that 24.5 line. I just have this piece of OSB. I have this piece of plywood right here. It's not plywood, it's called OSB. But anyway, that's just the vertical to brace all of these shelves, so they're not just like wobbly out in space with no vertical support, gravitational support. I still don't know what I'm gonna do over here, but at this point, at least I can continue with the dishwasher installation. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna go with an open shelf. I don't know how many actual shelves I'll put there. Probably just 2, maybe. But I don't know. Or I might try to do some fancy stuff and make a drawer, a big drawer to slide out. I wonder if a trash can would fit right there. Anyway, in the back here, I did go ahead and take the precaution of this board was a little wider but I wanted to make sure that this back surface was completely even all the way across. I didn't want to have this 1/2 inch sticking out to screw up everything. So I ripped that vertically to keep that flush, get that out the way. Today I'm going to start dry fitting stuff. And I also need to do some sort of bracing on this front side. This is kind of wobbly. One interesting thing that I did also realize is that this cabinet is, I guess, built-in, custom built. I've only ever dealt with cabinets that were like prefab. They just come in like boxes and you just put them beside each other and level them all up. But this is actually like custom built into the wall. Custom does not mean luxury in this case, but it does mean that it made it a lot easier. Number one, it's made with relatively real wood. Nothing back here is made of particle boards, which makes my life a lot easier. And number two, it's a lot more structurally sound. Like if I had to cut one of those prefab boxes straight down the middle, it would just fall. I mean, it would lose all of its structural integrity. This, because it's made out of real actual wood, is it's maintaining its structural integrity pretty well. Nothing is wobbly right now. Literally none of, if I go aside from this, which isn't even, aside from this front face, nothing over here is wobbly. There's nothing in the back that's wobbly. The countertop seems secure. I probably will put at least one vertical brace. I'll probably integrate some sort of bracing right here. By bracing, I mean like a vertical leg. Basically doing the same thing that's doing, that piece of OSB board, but I'm going to use something that's strong enough to also provide some vertical support to hold the actual countertop up. So just to reduce any risk of sagging or anything like that. So what else interesting happened? This is not part of this. So I know that, so I got two options here as far as this floor. This is, I got about about 3/4 of it. Well, no, this is plywood. So this feels like, this is probably 3/4 of an inch of a drop off. I'm gonna look at the legs on the dishwasher and see if I can just raise the height on the back legs to compensate for that. If not, then I may put another piece of, I'm gonna confirm the thickness of this material here, and I may put another piece of that right behind it, just so I have an even surface for the, and that's before I even get to leveling it. That's just making sure that it's just flat. So there's that, and yeah, that's really all. And then I just gotta deal with the plumbing. So. All right, quick little update. I believe last time we were at maybe over here. I had just cut out the space. So this is just, the washing machine is just dry fit in there. I have the supply line connected to the washing machine. I'm gonna bring it up a little bit higher so it does a nice high loop above. I believe it needs to be above this line. I just finished installing the T on the supply line. This right here was just plugged directly into this. A little leak on it, but I need to tighten that. I need to really just put tape on there. But this was plugged, was connected directly to, this was directly on here. This T is gonna split it off so I get hot water here. Did I just do it on the cold water? I hope I didn't. I'm gonna feel so stupid if I did. But anyway, so then I just need to run a 3/8 inch, a cord similar to this to go this way to the washing machine, which is right here. This is just a little metal cap that I put on there, and that's that. Okay, so This is a follow-up, or I guess a ending video, the after video for the dishwasher install. This dishwasher has actually been installed for, it's like 6 months later, and I've had no issues at all. So so I just watched the previous video, so I'm going to try to pick up from there. I did obviously get everything else done. So I did extend these tailpipes, and I ended up shortening this T-pipe so that the outlet from the dishwasher tailpipe would not be hard riding on this joint. Also, I had gotten the wrong dishwasher tailpipe, so I needed one that had this thing on top of it so that it would be a I don't exactly remember what the difference was, but I know it had this, what the difference was function-wise. But I know that it had this thing on at the end of it, whereas the other one that I had did not. I had broken that one, so I had to go get another one anyway. The wire, the cord, ended up running up here. It's just kind of hanging. And then I ran it through the front of this cabinet wall. And back to right there. It's probably a fire hazard with all those paper bags in there. But anyway, so ran it through to there. I did end up putting that outlet in. Then I just ran it over here. This was already cut this short, so I didn't have to do any carpentry, just ran it over there. And it runs into the back, well, actually it runs into comes down along the front of this side, I believe, and runs into the dishwasher about right there. Here's the whole dishwasher. You know, it's in, it works, super quiet. I just put it on a quick drain cycle, even though there's nothing in there. Never had any leaks. You know, I can slide it in and out. Just haven't had a chance to finish off whatever I'm gonna do over here yet, but I just threw in this little shelf. Just made a quick little shelf. Obviously it's very unprofessional, but this is my house, so it's cool.